When I started looking at different universities, knew I wanted to get out of the Northeast. Most of my friends were attending various schools within a 3 or 4 hour radius of New York, but I knew I wanted to experience something new and kind of get out of my comfort shell. So that's why I came to Clemson, and I knew they had a really good engineering program that would give me opportunities to study.
The first thing that attracted me about Clemson is that it has a very strong engineering program.
I actually transferred to Clemson after my freshman year at an out-of-state institution, and so when I came to Clemson, I felt that the engineering program was really good at Clemson. It was something I'd want to transfer into, and that the department was really welcoming. I do material science engineering for my major, and I felt that the faculty was really welcoming.
I came here on a tour, and the campus is what really sold me. I like having green space, not being in a city. I kind of like having the open air feel, and the people on the campus also made it feel like home.
So when I came back to visit Clemson some more, I really realized how beautiful the campus was. We were right at the foothills of the mountains. We were right on a lake. And then I loved the family atmosphere.
You know, it's one of the things where, you get on campus and you kind of feel it. You have that, oh, this is it kind of moment. And I think it just all the way goes back to the Clemson family.
I was attracted to go to Clemson because I grew up here. So I'd seen the campus already. I loved going to the botanical gardens and just walking around campus, getting to know the people. And my older brother went here. So I got to spend 2 years at Clemson with him.
Well, I was just always going to go here. A lot of my family members went to Clemson.
Whenever I first started looking for colleges, I really just wanted to find a college that was good in engineering. So it was between Clemson and USC. But then after touring the campus and really learning about Clemson's programs, I was set on Clemson.
For me, where I wanted to go to college was always a very clear choice. It had always been Clemson. My dad and grandfather both graduated with mechanical engineering degrees from Clemson, and so I've been a part of the Clemson family for as long as I can remember.
My parents met at Clemson, so I've always grown up a big Clemson fan and always been attracted to Clemson in that regard. Grew up going to the games.
I was a sophomore in high school, and I've always been a huge sports fan, and my dad is a huge college football fan. So naturally he said, hey, Allie, you gotta watch this YouTube video of the 25 most exciting seconds in college football. And so I said, okay. So he pulled up it was the Clemson-Georgia game, and he pulled that up, and I watched that video, and you see the balloons, the fireworks, the players launching themselves down that hill. And I said, I think I gotta go check out Clemson University.
I've done various research opportunities with professors, but the one that stood out the most was under Dr. Singh, and it was solar research.
I worked with Dr. Delphine Dean. She was my advisor. I worked in her lab, and I worked on radiation and its effects on articular cartilage, which is in your joints.
I work with Dr. Guh in her lab, and my position is undergraduate research assistant. So I've been working with her on optimizing machine learning algorithms, specifically with natural language processing.
This past year, I started research with Dr. Birtwistle for departmental honors, and we're studying whether glioblastoma cells can switch between subtypes.
I'm currently doing research with Dr. Sarah Lou Riggs in her cognitive ergonomics lab, and we're working with the US military on UAV simulated events, especially with search and control missions. And so what we're trying to do is optimize the best UAV interface for the US military.
I work with Dr. John Desjardins and Dr. Greg Batt in the CHIP lab. So it's the Clemson Helmet Impact Performance Lab.
I'm working with Dr. Rodrigo Martinez Duarte in his multi-scale manufacturing lab in the mechanical engineering department. And that's the one I've been involved with longest probably. And we do research on the 3D printing of tungsten carbide using renewable biopolymers.
Over the past 4 years at Clemson, I've been working under Dr. Medford in the material science department, focusing on the synthesis, characterization, and applications of magnetic nanoparticles.
I was in a creative inquiry with Dr. Aurelis Damore in the International Health Department called Building Healthier Communities Abroad. And it was an interdisciplinary study, so I got to work with international health majors as well as engineering majors to kind of develop strategies to not only help this village in the Dominican Republic get access like amenities such as clean drinking water or antibiotics and medications, but we sought to make more sustainable change.
As an undergrad, I was able to experience an international travel study abroad experience. I went to Pamplona, Spain through the bioengineering department with Dr. John Desjardins.
I saw this and I was like, you know, I've always wanted to study abroad. This is something I'm interested in. It's in Spain. I took Spanish in high school. I wasn't any good, but you know, I said, this is an opportunity to learn some more. And so I went on it and it was incredible. It's a whole new world.
Last summer, I went abroad to Baku, Azerbaijan for 2 months, and I studied abroad through the Critical Language Scholarship Program, which is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State. And it basically attempts to increase the knowledge that college students have of languages that aren't taught commonly in universities but are still important to national security. So I went abroad to study Turkish in Azerbaijan.
The summer after my freshman year, I had went abroad on a global policy trip studying policy in Paris and Berlin. And I really liked being abroad. I had never left the continental US before. So after I went there, I knew I wanted to go abroad again.
Clemson Miracle has definitely been the best experience of my Clemson career. It's hard to pick just one dance marathon because they were all record-breaking years. My freshman year, we raised $70,000, and I thought that was crazy. And then this past year, we raised $230,000 for the second year in a row.
I defended my master's in 2015, and my mother was here at that time. So she felt very proud attending the ceremony. So, and my wife also attended. So I appreciate my research group and also my advisor for giving me the chance to successfully completing my master's here. So it was a very happy and proud moment for us.
I presented at the National GSA, which is Geological Society of America conference in Indianapolis last November. And the research I presented there was the research on the radioactive waste, the hollandite, which I'm doing with Dr. Schuller-Nichols.
The most significant event that I've had has been being involved in the FIRE program, which was held by Peer and Wise before I came as a freshman to Clemson.
So when I think about my Clemson career, I don't really think of it as like one significant event. I think of like all the little ones that made it special, and for me it's when someone comes back after I've tutored or mentored them, and it doesn't have to be the same semester, it could be the next semester, and then just saying that you helped me get through math, or you helped me get through physics, or you made a difference. And that to me is like what I want to remember when I leave.
One of the most significant events that's happened while I've been at Clemson was being offered the summer internship undergraduate research position that got me started with Dr. Guz's lab.
The single most important event I've had at Clemson is definitely co-oping.
The single most influential point in my entire Clemson career was deciding to co-op. I think that basically changes the total game of my career.
Dr. Masroor Choudhury is the most inspiring person for me. He has shown me how to be proactive and how to be very energetic and aggressive while doing some research, and how to accomplish your goals.
Ashton Miller's been the most inspiring person I've met. She is the faculty advisor for Clemson Miracle.
Both my research mentors, Dr. Fiedler and Dr. Schuller-Nichols, have been so inspiring.
The most inspiring person I've met here at Clemson so far has been Dr. David Friedman. He is the chair of the Environmental Engineering Department and the first professor I ever had within my major.
Dr. Hubbard, he's very inspirational in the fact that he's passionate about his work and teaching, and he brings a lot of his work experience to the classroom, which I find very beneficial.
Dr. Mefford has definitely been like the most influential person I've ever met in my entire life. Whenever I go to make a major decision, he's always the first person I ask.
Brian Dean, just all the professors, but him especially, they put in a lot of time both in and outside the classroom to make sure that everything goes smoothly in class, that everyone is learning to the best of their ability.
This is actually a newer event that we do, which is a ton of fun. It's a trivia night paired with something that can only be compared to as a Clemson version of the Amazing Race, where students are racing across campus and finding clues with Clemson history and trying to win and everything. So that's what I've been involved with the Blue Key side of things, and I love that group of people. I love serving in that way, and it's a great opportunity to give back to Clemson.
Over my last 4 years of Clemson, or 5 years of Clemson, I actually founded and was the first president of the Society of Sales Engineers.
I'm involved in Panhellenic at Clemson, and so we do a lot with our philanthropy, which is the Ronald McDonald House in Greenville. And so I've gotten to actually go to the house, make dinner and make cookies for the people that are staying there at the time, and just getting to see the larger impact that we can have when a bunch of girls can come together and make change has been a really great experience at Clemson. I'm in the joint bachelor's-master's program with environmental engineering, so next year I'll start taking master's classes.
As a result of co-oping with GE, I found out last August that I was offered a full-time position through the company's Edison Engineering Development Program. So it's a 3-year program where you get to do different assignments every year with the company, and I'll be starting in July. And the good thing is, while you're doing those different assignments, you get one-on-one mentoring. And you also get to take classes with the company taught by on-site engineers, and those classes contribute to you getting a master's degree at the end of the program.
I'm pre-med, so I plan to go to med school and I plan to become a doctor.
I want to be a metamorphic petrologist, so studying those metamorphic rocks like in my other research project.
I'm moving to Charleston, South Carolina, and I'm going to go work for Boeing in their final assembly plant as an industrial engineer.
I plan to either work in industry, so as a bioengineer, or to work in academia as a professor.
I want to pursue my career in academia because I think I get the most satisfaction when I am dealing with the students and also dealing with some research. So my future goal is to get some postdoc position or faculty position.